But body for me in my industry is everything.
Nothing wrong with the skin, but if you remain on the surface, then it's a wasteful life. Body should be available to you. You should not be available to the ways of the body.
I just finished my inner engineering and it's been the most blissful, blessed feeling ever, and the most amazingly blessed feeling to be sitting here in front of you, Sadhguru. So Sadhguru, I've been thinking about, considering I have spent my entire grown-up adult life in the film industry, my question is a little tilted towards that. And you know, in spirituality, when you talk about how we are not the body, we are not the mind, but body for me in my industry is everything. Vanity for me…
Because the cameras can capture only the body, yeah.
Exactly. So vanity is a very important part of mine as well as my counterparts in the film industry, as well as everyone in today's day and age. In all our lives, vanity is of supreme importance. So how is one… it's a bit of a dichotomic situation. How is one supposed to separate the two? Still tread on the spiritual path, but not give up on their vanity and their needs for superficiality, for the lack of a better word.
So does anybody live superficially by choice? No. When somebody's experience of life is limited to the superficial, they will hold the superficial as the profound. They're not superficial in their experience. Somebody else judges them as superficial. Nothing wrong with the skin. Minus the skin, you wouldn't be good, you know. You would look horrendous. Nothing wrong with the skin, but skin is for other people to see. There is something much more. We are being provided the layer of the skin as a protection for something that's more valuable within this. When I say more valuable, I'm not talking about kidney, liver, spleen, heart. Yes, they're also valuable, because without them life won't sustain itself. This entire body we gathered. So there's something much more which gathers this.
Absolutely.
Superficiality. What is superficial essentially means? Surface. It is not this versus that. Without the surface, there is no profound. But if you remain on the surface, then it's a wasteful life. If you reject the surface, then you'll have no life. So they're never in conflict, really. If you replace the word vanity with superficiality or superficial, there's no problem. But vanity is something that you make up in your mind. Surface is there. Without surface, how can there be profoundness? They never are in conflict. Your body and your being is never in conflict. Your mind may be in conflict because it doesn't belong to you. What you call as my mind is an accumulation of all kinds of rubbish that you gathered in living in a particular society. So right now I see you also have vibhuti in your forehead.
I'm copying you, Sadhguru.
That is because these two eyes can only see the body. When we want to see something more than the physical, then we start priming other dimensions. One of the things is this, to make another level of perception sensitive. That's why you have Tinnuru on your forehead. In Tamil Nadu, nobody used to step out of their home without this, because always the effort was to see something more than the physical.
Yes, very true. And till date, we still put the botu. Till date, which is a good thing, preservation of culture.
It's not about culture, there is a science to it. This is a culture which evolved consciously. consciously always focus towards ultimate well-being. We considered the ultimate well-being of the human being far more important than the immediate well-being. So you will see in Tamil Nadu magnificent temples built. I wanted to just look back and see whatever 600 years ago, 1000 years ago, even 2000 years ago, these temples were built. They are engineering marvels. And you can see without machines, without cranes, without trucks, to build these things, huge monuments of stone, what effort it would have taken.
Of course.
They built such magnificent temples, but they themselves lived in small huts because they held ultimate well-being above immediate well-being. So, the culture always dedicated to profoundness, but not against the surface. You cannot reject the body and be for the being. You must see body for what it is, for its possibilities and its limitations. But you're alive, that's most important. If this life is not there in this body, nobody wants this body, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Only because there is life inside, body has become valuable.
Yep.
Minus the life within, this body is just a doll, it's just a statue, as good as that. It's nothing and it's not even a statue, it rots.
Inanimate things at least last forever.
If you make something out of this stone, it lasts forever.
Right.
But this is not like that. This is fantastic only when there is life throbbing.
Very true.
So, do you want to live on the surface or do you want to live in a profound manner? If you ask this question, nobody will say, I want to live on the surface. Nobody.
Absolutely.
Only thing is, whatever we know right now looks like the most profound. So, you're in the film industry, well, you must have a body. If you're bodiless, the cameras, what do? They have to capture something.
My soul can sit at home. They'll be like, okay, bye. We can't see you.
So, nothing wrong with the body, but one should not be limited to the body.
Right.
Body should be available to you. You should not be available to the ways of the body. That's all that's important.
Words to live by, truly.